we'll work to get him. But frankly, welcome to the program. You have been watching with your civil society and good governance lens. What does this tell you? The arrest, the manner in which he's being treated vis-a-vis the potential crimes that allegedly he might have committed. Do you think the process is fair to want to me how it's been handled, etc.?
Well, good morning.
Yes.
Good morning to your good self and the guest in the studio and those watching as well. Well, I don't know. I have never understood why common invitations, or should I call them, common invitations to the security services should turn into some sort of circus, really. I mean, these political circles, especially because the person involved is an interested person. And all of a sudden, we get into, I don't know, we get into an overdrive where political posturing is rather takes center stage rather than the orderly manner for which things ought to be done. And by this, I'm saying that I'm trying to take a long brush across this political divide. I've never understood when ordinary people are arrested for committing crimes. I don't see people massing up for, making noise and running around as if. Why? Why are we like that? There are people
because these people are influential. They've been leaders. They are people who have a following, and so their followers will react.
And that's actually the very silly thing. Excuse my language. That we ought to ban such things from our body politic. I'll come to the issues of my layman's perspective of what the law should be, but it gets a bit irritating to think that people commit other crimes, and then they are whisked away or whatever it is. They are invited. There's no drama. There's nothing. I don't understand. So just because a political person of influence has been picked up, why? Unless of course the charges or whatever that are going to be preferred are quite, as you use the word, probably unfounded, then maybe yes, but I think we should allow the process to actually play out. I feel that, look, at the end of the day, we should allow institutions to do their work. I can understand sometimes the excesses. I understand perfectly, and this is where I like to make the point about, are you a lawyer, so you should probably educate me here. What's the difference between, what exactly does the habeas corpus principle actually tell us? If it is the case that someone has committed an offense, allegedly so, and the person has been picked up and then this bail condition has been set, what should the lawyers be asking for? Shouldn't they be asking for bringing the body to the court so that at least within 48 hours, after 48 hours, present the body? Because I don't understand. Nothing should prevent that particular principle from holding. Having said that too, is it the case that
habeas corpus will apply usually in cases of unlawful detention, but we can't really say that this is unlawful detention. He's been held, bail has been granted. They are just trying to meet the bail
they brought the bill
before
the 48
hours. So the bill came
before the
48 hours. Yeah. So we can't say it's unlawful detention, for which we'll call in habeas corpus.
So within 48 hours, everything is legit, right?
So as we are now, everything appears legit. Everything is actually legit.
Yes.
It's now their duty to meet the bail conditions.
Beautiful. So while they are meeting the bail conditions, is it the case that the person has to be detained? That's the other question I have for you. Yeah. Why should we detain the person when why should we detain the person beyond the...
When he goes, he may not come back. It may be a flight risk. To me, people are saying he's not a flight risk. He may interfere with investigation. There are a number of things.
You take you to a bed and fly away or what? At the end of the day, the security agencies will be watching you. I don't understand this whole thing. To think that somebody will run up anyway, fine. Yeah. So until he gets the bail condition, this gentleman will have to be behind bars for forever. I don't understand that.
Yeah. But frankly, the law also makes provisions. So you can go to court and ask for a variation of the bail conditions. Good. So you can argue in court that the bail conditions appear onerous, and bail conditions must not be punitive. And so this appears like a punitive thing. And so we pray the court to vary the conditions so that we can meet them.
But so these are the gray areas I want us to cover. Why don't you, after 48 hours, just let the gentleman go, keep eyes on him or her, wherever he probably has homes, you can detain him there or whatever it is, until he meets the bill application while the matter is being heard in court. I think we can have this fine line and then avoid all this unnecessary drama, extremely unnecessary. By the way, kudos to the Pierre Kubi, who did what I thought was the most sane thing to do in all these noise. Actually negotiate, talk, and all of that. And I think it was wise. And to those who quietly also went behind helping to meet the bill conditions. Otherwise, my brother, this whole thing is needless. If a crime has been committed, please don't even. Why is the guy even shouting and announcing to the world that bro, Yaku said that? I mean,
no,
look,
it didn't say Yakumi. He said, sorry.
Sorry.
All right.
Are we at war? Are we at war? Why? Sorry, you know, and that's the annoying part of it. If ordinary people get picked up for things they've done, they don't call on their ancestors and their kinsmen and women to run around, go over the place and come and cause chaos. It was just very, very should I call it disruptive and quite unnecessary. It's unneeded.
No, but I think, frankly, the point is that he's a politically exposed person again. He has influence. He has a following. I think the point he was seeking to make in that interview is that he claims that he was going through all of this because of the MPP. And so the MPP people must not sit and watch him suffer because of them. And so they should arise and fight for him. So I think that call, you know, I'm sure elicited some response. So we saw the minority MPs, including my good friend here, you know.
That was it.
It did.
That happened way before.
It's a call. So you are not hesitant, mobilized.
Can I finish, please? Can I finish?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so yes, the call was made. But the gentleman is telling us that he doesn't know that this Akonta mining thing has been in the news for forever. Even his own government sort of gave him out at some point. He doesn't know that there are other infrastructure. That's why I advise that, look, sometimes I think it's important not to inflame should I call it, raise tensions unnecessarily. Those things don't work. At the end of the day, did any of those, how to call it, calls, did he yield anything? It didn't. It really did not. So, and I think the authorities have stood their ground. I think it is important. All I'm trying to say is that let's not over dramatize some of these things. I mean, I feel very irritated to think that just because somebody is, it's not as if this politician do so much for us anyway. Why should people run around simply because they've been called to? Why? Other people get called to come and answer questions and all of that. They don't call the whole village. So please, let's not raise tensions on that. And I agree. Some people just wanted to show that they are politically alive, and so they decided to get into this unnecessary overdrive and then causing pandemonium. It's unneeded.
Very well.
So they should go ahead and do whatever they have to meet the bill conditions and let the process begin.
Very well.